searched for the power to grant me the wish I've wanted for so long, only to learn that I have the power inside me all along. Everybody has something deep within them, a wish that's wishing to break free. Just close your eyes and start to believe everything's a possibility. Just speak the words, we're listening, and you'll have all your envisioning. Everybody has something deep within them, a wish that's wishing to break free. Just close your eyes and start to speak. Everything's a possibility.
Last time on Wish Fulfillment. The world fades away and you have that weird pulling sensation. And this time, you expect it just a little bit more, and you can almost feel like you're actually being pulled in two directions. Like there's someone trying to pull you right and another person trying to pull you left. But it's just kind of this weird sinking sensation in your gut. And then everything clears and you're now in kind of the clearing of a wood at night. For each story that is given, a welcome bedroll will be offered. Do you all have stories to tell? It is so rare that folks come to my campsite and want to share stories.
I can't imagine what's better than sharing stories around a fire with friends.
You get the sense that this elemental is just looking for entertainment, a story that they can pass along. And specifically knowing the Moonstone Dragon that seems to be creating all of this stuff, they were very interested in stories. That's a lot of what their dreams to communicate with others were about.
It was wonderful for us to share stories with you. My question is there any way you'd be willing to share a story with us? Perhaps a story of a dragon at odds with themselves.
Stories of despair, of a wonderful creature trying to learn stories, to seek out information and knowledge. But some places are not meant to be looked at. Some voids do not have souls to connect with. They only have darkness. And if you stare too long into that soulless place, it becomes a part of you. And not everyone is as successful to fight off that darkness. Some are consumed by it. Some want to spread it. And then it's suddenly bright as you are up in the clouds, falling. You're in the sky, you're falling. The scenery changes and you're in a classroom. You're all seated at desks in the front row of a classroom. And there is an Azamar of some sort at the front of the class holding some chalk in front of a chalkboard and says, "Now, students, I know that you are all very prepared for our calculus test today. So please pull out your pencils and I will give you about 5 minutes to complete this quiz." And then all of a sudden you're all standing in a hallway and you hear the roar of the most dangerous creature you have ever heard. And down the end of the hallway is the only exit. And you are standing on what looks like a spelljammer, a ship out in wild space. And before you are a dozen clowns.
I hate this.
About 20 feet away is a massive Tarrasque, the size of a city. And it is crying.
Oh, this will not go.
There is the Moonstone Dragon and the Void Dragon are fighting over where to bring you to. The Void Dragon has been trying to keep you in the nightmares, and the Moonstone Dragon has been trying to bring you close. You all concentrate, feeling what Aster is doing, pulling you out of these nightmares, trying to bring you back to that initial place that you were able to speak to the dragon, you can feel that you are out of these dreams, out of these nightmares that have continuously being created. And you feel that the dragon is nearby, just like at the beginning when you first entered this demi-plane. Like, it's there, but the landscape around you is very different. The ground is powder white, like ground bone, and there are large black bulbous growths, tentacles, boils. Something wrong, something that your mind has trouble even parsing. It's just so alien that it's hard to describe. And you all land in this place and have a moment before you hear the dragon again saying, "Oh, thank you. I'm really trying. I'm really trying, but..." And then in front of you, like before, you see the head and this dragon start to emerge as if clawing their way through a portal. And they're still phasing in and out between these two creatures. The bright, kind moonstone dragon who is beseeching you with their eyes, and this dark, jagged, almost nightmarish version of it that has a wicked smile on its face, and it lands in front of you, and you hear the moonstone dragon say, I don't know how much I can help, but..." And then the other dragon says, "But I'm going to have fun finally destroying you." And I need you all to roll initiative.
Cool.
Yay.
Oh, really?
And
Now?
Can I just roll okay, please?
Now I roll a nat 20. Cool.
hey,
Nice.
there we
Cool.
there we go. And
I rolled a 19 and a 20.
right off the bat, the void dragon is going to growl at you and breathe in, and it's going to breathe on you. As we start this combat, I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
+5.
+5.
Do we know what kind of breath it is?
At this moment, you do not. This is a
Bad.
creature
It's-
none of you have
it's bad
ever
breath.
seen before.
It's just bad breath, is what it is.
It's
It's just bad breath.
it's the worst. It's the worst breath.
This is not magic, right?
No, this would be
Okay.
considered an ability.
Awesome.
Manamal, what'd you get?
I rolled a 27.
That is a success. Chance,
That
what'd you
is
get?
an evasion.
19.
That is a failure. Aster,
Oh no.
27.
that is a success. Booeno,
18.
that is a failure. What comes out of this dragon's muzzle, the part of it that's the void, is dark and viscous. It's like oil. And as it hits you all, it burns. Those of you who failed are going to take 57 acid damage. Those of you who succeeded take half. I'm not accounting for any mitigation. And Manamal, describe how you completely dodge all of this damage.
I don't actually. What happens is I'm going to assume that I am first in initiative at 25. Is that
You
a
are.
safe assumption?
That is
So-
a very safe assumption, yes.
So as that's coming, my turn is also going to start where I will do my bonus action as part of this. And I'm going to rage. I'm gonna rage, and when I do, basically lunge into it, and wings unfurl, and I take on draconic kind of things, and just the thing just goes over me, and I'm like, "You're not the only void."
I love it. And yeah, it is your turn. This was the opening salvo that it got off, but now we are in initiative with Manimal.
Okay, so that was my rage. And so I'm going to engage with the void.
Okay.
I'm going to have an engagement with the void.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little
so
tete-a-tete with the void.
yeah, we're gonna have a chat. Yeah, I can make up to it easy. And so as I'm like storming over to it, and I'm growing a dragon's tail, like basically like my movement to it is my transformation into my bestial rage, and I'll be like, "You've chosen the wrong dragon. You've chosen the wrong beacon of light, and now void versus void. I'm coming for you." And I'm gonna run up to it, and I'm going to try to like all of my hits are basically like shoves, like just powerful like shoving attacks, like kind of sumo-esque. And
Yeah,
I'm really trying to like push the void dragon out with each of my hits. There's gonna be the stunning strike of it that's trying to help separate the two.
I love it. Give me your attacks.
Now just don't miss, huh? All right. So first strike, 23 to hit.
That does hit.
11 damage, stunning strike.
What's the save?
So it is a con 18 for it.
Okay. It rolled a 28.
That's fine. I figured this would, but even though it isn't stunning it, it is definitely I'm sending like just that key force, and the stun is sending like just a wave of energy. And then for my second attack, I'm gonna do some Naruto shit.
Give it to me.
I'm gonna do like hand signs and cover my hand over my mouth and blow out a fire breath on it.
I love it. So I got good news and bad news. The good news is, regardless of what the save is, I rolled a 7. That's the good news. The bad news is, unlike before, where your hits went through even though the stun didn't work, you try to cover this thing in fire, and it looks like it's going to fail, but it's going to just steel itself and choose to succeed. It's going to use a legendary resistance.
Burn it. It's gonna take 7 fire damage then.
And that's the halved.
Uh-huh.
And it does. It takes your hit, it takes your fire, and while not all of the fire seems to get through, it seems to dodge out of the way of some of it. It does take those hits. Anything else?
Yeah, because I have more movement. I'm gonna wheel around a bit just so that I'm not in a cone of. I don't know how you do flanking. I don't think anyone's gonna swing on this thing really. So I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna wheel around it.
You say that with 2 paladins in the group?
I was gonna say, like, we're gonna have to.
I know, but I feel like you're the 2 paladins that are gonna. Yeah, I guess let's see how this goes. But I will flank. But I also see you guys trying to talk it approaching the other dragon. But there is me flanking. However, you do flanking.
I don't do
the
flanking
dragon.
since we are theater of the mind. But you definitely can wheel around it and be, because it is so large, you can even like climb onto stuff to be more towards its head. You can.
It should just climb it. I have a climb speed. I have a climb speed of my speed.
Okay, where would you like to climb to?
Its face.
All right.
I want to stare eye to eye.
Yeah, you rush towards it, you punch, you breathe, and as the breath goes over this thing and only does half damage, but in the flurry of all of that energy, you're able to latch on to the front of this, the void part of this dragon, and it is sharp and cold and hot, and it feels like you, for a moment, every time where you touch this thing, it's like your hand goes numb. It's like when a part of your body falls asleep. But you're able to climb, and you kind of get to its shoulder, where you perch a little bit on its shoulder, not quite eye to eye, but in a place in where you're still like standing on top of it and can see. And it growls at you, and you growl at it. Anything else?
That's my turn.
All right, Aster, it is your turn.
I think focusing, since Manimal's opened against the Void Dragon, Aster will unsheath his scimitar. It's moon touch, so there is a glow coming from it, and just kind of points it at the ethereal dragon and casts Guiding Bolt.
And this is at the void, not the moon.
At the void, yeah. Does a 29 hit?
It does. Go ahead and roll damage.
That will be 20 points of radiant damage. The next attack roll before the end of my next turn. This is a lot to keep up with. So somebody attack it before I do, and you get advantage.
Awesome.
And I think, at that he will make a small move forward, but it's not. It's not trying to engage directly yet, but getting into range. Because not sure how they want to. They're not sure how they want to proceed. They feel like hurting the void is also hurting the moonstones. They're like,
Give me a perception or an arcana check.
I will take perception because Aster doesn't understand magic.
That's fair.
And that didn't help. It's a 9.
Okay.
+5.
No, this is not a saving throw.
Oh, a check.
Listen, though, I do appreciate each of you trying to remind each other of stuff. I'm only saying that, but please continue to try to remember all of your things. There's a lot going on. With a 9, there's a lot going on. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Right now.
At the end of your turn, the dual dragons are going to take a legendary action, and the void dragon pulls back one of its sharp wings with jagged edges. It is a wing, but it's almost more like a bunch of serrated knives, and it's going to attack Aster. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
So that'll be 17.
That is a failure. You take 17 bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone.
Oh, my butt again. Dang it.
And Booeno, it is your turn.
Okay, this might be a little bit weird.
I love it. Bring it on.
I want to cast Chain Lightning on this dragon, but I want it to actually be chain. So I wanted to wrap the chain around the void dragon and try to pull it away from the crystal dragon.
Okay. All right. But you're casting chain lightning to do it.
Yes.
Roll me an arcana check with advantage. Because you're using your magical might to try to alter this spell on the fly to do something that it doesn't normally do.
That's a 20. 30-20.
Nice. Go ahead and cast the spell. Is that an attack roll or a saving throw?
It's a constitution. No, dexterity saving throw.
Can I pose something that might help this be effective?
I'll listen.
Hoping. Since we've all adventured together, and maybe this is something that has been tried before and we've worked out how to maybe do it, is I can be on the shoulder, and as I can see the lightning crackling, maybe I take my my metal rod and I start to spin it around, and if he wants to use me as a lightning rod, I'll take the damage. I'll accept it immediately, and he can use the lightning through me and my lightning rod, and it can work around to be chains. And so we're giving up some of my health to maybe help it work.
I mean, I think this is super cool.
That is exactly the kind of wild disregard for one's own safety that Manamal would do.
Absolutely. I also like the idea that this is a move that you've done before, as wild as it is. Okay. What did you roll on your Arcana check? You said dirty 20?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out order of operations. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Void Dragon made a dexterity saving throw. It rolled an 18. Is that a save?
Fail.
That's a fail. Okay. It is going to use a legendary resistance to save, so it'll take half. But here's what happens. The Manimal with his lightning rod is able to guide your lightning, and you are able to manipulate this arcane magic to not just be the forked lightning that everybody's used to, but to actually make the chains of some kind of magical / physical chain. Manimal, you're going to take this damage, but you'll take the half damage as the dragon will kind of half dodge with you. You're kind of forced to dodge with it.
Well, I have evasion, so even if I fail, I take half.
Well, you are going to fail. It's just you're going to take the half. You're not going to take the full amount of damage. You're going to take the half that the same amount the dragon takes. Booeno, go ahead and roll damage. And
59.
then that's the total?
Yes.
Very nice. Okay, so that will be 29 lightning damage?
Yes.
Awesome. So yeah, the dragon's going to take that, and Manimal's going to take that. And then Booeno, I need you to... So you're going to try to yank this void dragon away. Roll me a strength check, but I want you to use your intelligence modifier instead. So, your strength check, but then you have a 20 to your intelligence?
Yes.
So yeah, go add a +5. You're going to use that score instead of your strength score.
Okay. Actually, 19.
With a 19, you yank, and you feel it pull. And while you're not able to completely separate the two, it's as if the chain tightens a little bit more around the void part of the dragon, and it's gonna take that 29 points of lightning damage again. So you yank with all of your arcane might, and it digs in to these spiked, jagged scales that it has, and as the chain dissipates, it's done even more damage. And you see, now that a bunch of you have kind of hit the void dragon, that definitely there's more of a separation between the two. They're still overlapping in a very jarring way, but it's a little easier to see the two separately now. Anything else you want to do? That was super cool.
That is all.
Okay. It is the dragon's turn. The dragon is happy and not happy at the same time. You hear the Moonstone Dragon going, yeah, I don't know what else I could do. I'm trying. Stop your whining. We're going to finish this. It's going to cast a spell. And I'm pausing just in case somebody has something they want to do.
Counterspell.
All right. What level are you casting Counterspell?
7.
I need you to roll.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Dang.
It's just a roll.
It's a roll with your spellcasting modifier. So D20 plus your intelligence, intelligence modifier.
Okay. Okay. 22.
It's going to try to counterspell your counterspell.
What?
it starts to cast, and you counterspell, and as it hits, its other claw is going to come up and try to counter your counter, but it also has to roll.
Is a legendary resistance a reaction?
A legendary resistance is just something it can do.
Bosses, huh?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right?
It is, though, at this point, using its actual reaction to do the counterspell. But let's see if you said you cast it at 7th level?
Yes.
It rolled a 16. It does not counter your counter.
Burn that spell slot, dragon.
What does it look like when you stop a storm of vengeance from being called down from the nightmare?
What the hell is that, first of all? But
a churning storm cloud forms centering on a point you see. It's a 9th level spell. You can look at it later. It's nasty. It's bad. It real bad. And you stop it. What does it look like?
it's just a giant big. It's the spectral giant hand that just slaps the dragon. Acid, no.
You hear the Moonstone Dragon join Aster in that laugh, that kind of joyful, like, yeah. And the Void Dragon roars in anger. And I think that's all it can do this turn. So Chance, it is your turn. You are once again coming up the rear, playing cleanup batter in this initiative. I love it.
Okay, hear me out.
I love it when it starts like this.
Chance is going to run forward the full 30 feet.
Okay.
And so I think that gets me about 10 feet away. I think I was 40 feet away.
Okay.
And just without any hesitation, you see, tell me if this could work or not, but you're going to see Chance's hands start to glow. They clap them together towards the dragons right through the middle as they start to kind of pull apart, like wherever that is. And I'm casting Destructive Wave. And I can choose which creatures get hit. And I'm choosing, hopefully, this Destructive Wave to split them. And that would be kind of like what Chance is thinking with this.
Sure.
To hit the dragon, the Void Dragon. So I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is a 27.
Okay, it's still going to take half damage. Con is 22.
Absolutely take half damage.
It was 15 points of thunder damage and 20 points of radiant damage. Both of those halved.
Okay. It takes both of them. You all get the sense that as long as you stay away from acid, you're going to be fine. There might be one other thing in there, but it seemed the radiant goes through, the lightning has gone through, everything else has gone through. It manages to avoid a lot of this thunderous force, but it does hit the Void Dragon. You watch as its head gets knocked away from the Moonstone Dragon's head, and there is like a little bit more separation between the two. Anything else?
Oh, it does say on one willing creature. Dang it. There's so many things to read here.
We need to retcon something?
Yes. No, I can do it. Oh, I can't do it. Wait, can I use a bonus action? Oh, no, I can't. Okay.
I'm here for this journey, wherever we're going. That was a lot.
I'm so close to maybe being able to do something, but I'm just...
Tell me.
Okay.
Hope, I love you. Tell me what you want to do.
I want to reach out and touch the Moonstone Dragon. I'm like reaching with all I have.
Okay.
Is it a bonus action, the thing you want to do?
Like, I'm assuming it's more than just like give it a pat on the cheek. There's something else you want to do when you touch it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? No, sorry. I will have to wait until my next turn if I'm still alive.
Okay. Good to know. I will say you are all close enough, especially Manamal, that yes, there is physicality to both of these dragons. You can target one or the other. You can talk to one or the other. They are melded in this nightmarish way, but they're acting as one, although it's very obvious that at this moment, the Void Dragon is calling the shots. But yes, if there is something you would like to do with the Moonstone Dragon, you absolutely can. Anything else?
Yes, I will use my bonus action since I can't do any of the stuff I want to do. I am gonna cast, well, not cast, it's a ability of channel divinity as a bonus action. So turn the tide. So anyone who has less than half their hit points gets 11 hit points back. So if anybody is low enough, if not,
everybody do math. Bueno, I think it might be you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not actually half. It's a little bit over the half.
Okay. Well, then nothing happens.
Is it 11 over? If it's not, stab yourself in the thigh real quick.
11.
Here's what I'll say. Chance, you go to start to channel your divinity to try to heal people, and I'll let you not have cast it, realizing just before you're about to let it go off that, oh, this actually isn't going to do anything at this moment. So you haven't expended it.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah, nah.
All right. At the end of your turn, the Void Dragon is going to snarl and snap, and its tail is going to whip up, and almost like a scorpion's tail, it's going to rear back, and it's not actually going to try to hit any of you physically, but from the tip as it arcs forward, four arcane spears, not spears, spears appear, glowing with that disgusting oil slick purplish light. It is the opposite of a rainbow. It is something wrong. And each of them are going to hit you. Each of you are going to take 12 force damage. And then we're back to the top. Manamal, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna do stuff.
I'm here for your stuff.
So free action, I'm gonna talk to the Moon Dragon and be like, just keep fighting it. Remember the stories that we told at the campfire. Yours had a happier ending than it was in the story. Just remember, we're here to help. And I'll start wailing on the Void Dragon.
Here's what I'm going to offer. As you talk to the Moonstone Dragon, you can use your bonus action to roll a persuasion check with advantage, if you would like. But it will take your bonus action.
Got something for my bonus action, and my charisma's 0. I'm not gonna do it on this one, but I'm laying the foundation for the charismatic people.
Okay. I like it. You do see that the Moonstone Dragon hears you and is doing its best.
So some knuckle duster punches to the Moonstone Dragon. Screw it. I'm just kidding. To the Void Dragon.
And we're here for Manamal's final evil turn. You all thought that
29 to hit.
Does hit.
11 damage, and I will take a 18 con save, please.
Okay. That is a 27.
Yeah, that's fine.
You do get the sense that this dragon both these dragons are pretty chonky.
They can always roll a nat 1, and they've used a couple legendary resistances. Punch again.
100%. Punch it again.
18 to hit.
Oh.
That does not.
One of those should have had advantage.
Oh,
because it's still from the guiding bolt. It's still shimmery.
Thank you for reminding me. I'll let this one, the 18 that you just rolled, would not have hit.
The other
but
one.
Aster, like you remember, you got so distracted for a moment being hit by this arcane spear that the glow kind of went down for a minute, and now it flares back to life. Manamal, make that second attack again.
Oh, natural 20.
Was it really? Nice.
Yeah, 31 to hit. Oh, plus because I'm raging, I get the rage die
You get to do a lot of things.
Oh
this
my
absolutely
goodness.
hits.
Okay, hold on.
Everybody take a moment, go to the bathroom, grab some drinks while Manamal does all the math.
21 damage on that punch.
Nice.
And I will take that save, please.
Okay.
Oh, gonna be burning key to hopefully stun this thing, so it might be easier to help separate them.
It does only roll a 16, but it will use another legendary resistance.
That's 3. So
that
if it's
3.
got, I don't know what it's got, but
you do feel that punch, you hit it right in the really good spot in the neck, right where there are normally things that are connected, and its head rears back and roars in pain as a little bit more separation happens between the two, but it does manage to bring its head back down to snarl at you. Anything else?
I'm gonna go right there. I'm gonna backflip and then slide back, and as my bonus action, I will do Draconic Presence.
Okay.
So I'm doing Draconic Presence. Don't you know? And it does stuff. It does. I'm sorry. Frightful Presence. So there's an aura, and you'll have a bonus action. So I'll activate it. He probably can't be scared, but I'm gonna activate it on the dragon, I guess. So DC 18 wisdom save, or it's scared of me for a minute.
Is this the frightened condition?
I'm sure it can't have it.
Unfortunately, that fear effect washes over it, and
that's not why I did it.
That's okay. I figured there was more going on here, but yeah, it shrugs off. It is, I am not frightened of you. I am Nightmare.
Well, you should be. And then around me, there's an aura that bursts out, and anybody that is 10 feet away from me. Yes. Yeah, 10 feet. You have resistance to acid damage.
Very cool.
Nice.
Anything else?
That'll do.
All right.
No, I'm good. I'm sorry.
I mean, that was a lot. At the end of your turn, it is going to take a legendary action. And it's going to cast a spell.
Just swing at me, bro. God.
I mean,
I know, it's a dragon with magic stuff.
And it's been doing some swinging as well. You watch as it raises its head to sneer at you. Everybody except Booeno. Booeno, you managed to avoid being in this radius as the dragon, the void dragon, looks at Aster, Manamal, and Chance and spits. And it lands in between the three of you and explodes. I need all three of you to make intelligence saving throws.
+5 to you guys.
Great, because I have -1.
Aster?
16.
That is a fail. Chance?
25.
That is a success. Manamal?
Steer me out. It's 11, but I fail.
Okay. Yes, that is a fail. Okay. So those of you who succeeded will take half of this psychic damage. I gotta roll that real quick, and then there will be a few other things that happen. So if you failed, you're taking 21 psychic damage. If you succeed, you're taking half. As the explosion is, it's almost like your mind is suddenly filled with TV static. It is just a snowstorm in your head. Those of you who failed, it's hard to shake that extra bit of annoyance in your head. For the next minute, you're going to roll a d6 every time you do an attack roll or an ability check, as well as constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. And you have to subtract that d6. You're essentially baned with a d6. And then you can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of your turns to try to end the effect. Got that?
Oh.
No.
Aster and it is a lot. Aster and Manamal failed, right?
Correct.
Okay. Basically, anytime you're going to roll a d20, roll a d6 and subtract that d6 from it.
Is this considered a charm effect?
I don't think so. No, it's psychic damage.
But the effect of its lingering stuff.
Yeah, the effect of it is the psychic damage kind of. I'm gonna flavor it. So the reality of it is a psychic damage, and you are now suffering from essentially the bane. The flavor of this is it's almost as though this magic has brought that muddled feeling that's all around you of it being kind of a dreamlike state. You've got that in your head, and it's as if you're trying to force yourself to wake up. It's like you've just woken up and you're still kind of groggy. You've got that stuck in your head. Aster, it is your turn.
Wow. Aster's basically got knocked down, so has been sort of on, like, because he was prone, has been face down on the ground, like just not quite getting up, and then every time a new attack hit was just kind of more and more battered. But let's see, do I use my action? Like, I use my action to get up, right?
You use half your movement.
Okay. So yeah, Aster's form slowly picks up, and you sort of see, again, a bit of a swirl of glowing energy, and he has changed his shape to look like, I do not, how can I pronounce her name? Sehanine.
That's exactly right.
It's not great because, like, she's a goddess, so this isn't easy, but he's leaning into it because he's also pretty beat up, and he's just like, he's kind of lifting with her face and looking at the Moonstone Dragon, and kind of like with a shudder in their voice is like, "We're trying to help you. Come home to us."
Would you like to use a bonus action to try to persuade with advantage?
I would.
All right. You are still going to have, so you get to roll persuasion check at advantage. You do have to still roll the d6 and take that off.
All right. All right. My best one is a 26 minus. Okay, so it's 21 total.
Awesome. The Moonstone Dragon looks at you, and you can immediately tell that it knows that you are not actually Sehanine Moonbow. But the reminder of her friend, the reminder of basically knowing who has reached out to try to save her, knowing that there are people outside of this space that care about her, are enough. It doesn't really matter that you're not actually her. What matters is that you're reminding her of who cares. And she grits her teeth in effort, in strain, as she puts a claw, her back legs and everything are still kind of melded, but the front are starting to pull away. She puts a claw against the Void Dragon and pushes. And the Moonstone Dragon's claws dig into the Void Dragon. And you watch as the damage sinks in. She actually does damage against the Void Dragon. And I know it's not the end of your turn just yet. You still have an action. But at the end of your turn, the Void Dragon looks like it's going to do one of its legendary actions. It's something about the grip that this Moonstone Dragon has on it stops it, as it has lost one of its legendary actions. And taken damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love that.
That's your bonus action and half your movement. Would you like to move anywhere? Or would you like to do anything as an action?
getting up, now up. Aster is going to attack the Void Dragon.
Sure.
Still, well, can't dispel the face, so like maybe this will just add insult to injury. And goes for reaches the hand out, and from the bracer a dagger appears in their hand and is going to make a thrown. I think you just throw. I've never thrown a dagger before. Just throw it at the ethereal, like right in their face.
Okay. At the Void Dragon?
The Void Dragon, yeah.
Is this a spell attack, or are you literally just throwing a dagger?
I am throwing a dagger summoned by magic means.
Okay. I love it. Make your attack.
Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, that's an 11.
It bounces off. It hits, but it bounces off of the tough, jagged scales of the Void Dragon.
All right.
You brought a dagger to a dragon fight?
Look, I am here as a distraction. I thought it would do something. But no, that's my stuff. That's my actions, and I'm going to stay around my friends.
All right. It's lost one of its legendary actions, and so Booeno, it's your turn.
Bueno's just looking at this dragon and like, all right, we had a fun time, didn't we, buddy? And he just taps the armor on his belly. We did. We really did. And then the armor starts vibrating, and then it starts glowing this bright, super bright white color. And then Bueno just starts running, and then it's like he jumps and he jet propulses the armor into the dragon. And my body stays behind as the armor is like a giant missile going to the dragon, and I need that dragon to make a dexterity 19.
Oh, that is an 18. Is it gonna? I'm going to say it doesn't use its last legendary resistance. It is too distracted laughing at Aster for throwing a dagger at it.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you. So yeah, this dagger, bing, and the void looks over at Aster and starts to chuckle, and so completely misses your armor missile going towards its face.
You know what?
And is the armor just the armor going like I am Superman, like the Iron Giant at the end?
Okay.
And it's gonna take 123 force damage.
What is this? I'm here for it, but what is this?
Disintegrate.
Ah, I love how this is flavored. Okay. Oh, your armor impacts with this void dragon's snout and explodes. And while the void dragon is still there, that amount of damage is almost catastrophic. You watch as it staggers and more of it splits from the moonstone dragon. There's barely just the back legs are still intertwined, and it reels. And that smirk as it was about to laugh at Aster over this tiny little dagger turns to rage and anger and maybe even a little bit of fear as it screams something at you, but in its rage, it's incoherent as language. It is just ground-shaking, nightmarish roar. Booeno, so what does everybody see as you let your armor basically almost, you came very close to disintegrating this thing. What are you left looking like?
It's just like the outline of a tiny 3 foot tall owling. It's just the outline. It's like the you can kind of see it in the and almost translucent, but you can just barely see the outline of my owling body. It's just a tiny, little bit chubby little owling.
Adorable. Anything else?
No, that is a ninth level spell, by the way.
I
just
mean,
want to say that's pretty cool.
that was
Pretty cool.
very, very, very cool. The Void Dragon is not pleased, and it is its turn. Who wants to roll a d6 for me?
Not it.
I'll roll.
Roll a d6 for me.
1.
You watch as the dragon rears its head back, the neck puffing as it starts to try to summon its breath weapon and fails.
That's why
Your
I wanted
failing
to lead a roll.
was
That's why I wanted to lead a roll. Yep.
And so, unable to breathe on you, it will charge forward. And it's going to unleash its claws and its bite. The first attack is going to be on Manamal.
It's got disadvantage.
Okay. Does a 19 hit?
No.
Nice. What happens that causes the disadvantage? What does that look like as the claw misses you?
I think Manimal's like standing there and just twists his knee just like a little bit and moves just out of the way. So it looks like it should hit, but he dodges it just like fractionally. So it looks like the thing is like, I hit him, but with as little movement as possible. I just watched Kengan Asher on Netflix, so this is a cool thing that was there. And yeah, so he barely moves out of the way to confuse the dragon.
Okay. Its tail is going to come around against you, Manimals. Is still at disadvantage?
Uh-huh.
All right. Its tail whips around. Does a 23 hit?
Hold on. So as it is coming,
Mm-hmm.
23 just hits. He brings up his. Oh wait, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say describe your thing, but if you're, let's see, you're within 10 feet. So Aster actually has a feature, Glorious Defense. When a creature I can see within 10 feet is hit by an attack roll, I can use my reaction to grant a bonus +3 to the target's AC.
Then I will not use my reaction that I was going to use, and I will take that, and it misses.
What is it?
I can make a weapon attack against the attacker, but so it was the tail this time?
It was the tail came around, and instead of shooting out of it, it came around like a baseball bat. It was trying to bludgeon and knock over Manimal.
I think the party would see, because they're familiar with Aster's magic, like they would see just this massive glowing but translucent shield like pop into place in that exact moment right in front of Manamal to knock away the tail. And it's very much like Booeno being like nope.
You're having a rough time of it, huh, bud?
Go ahead and make your
since
reaction
he
attack right now.
Yeah, he laughed at my knife. I'm just gonna throw another one.
Yeah, because the dragon does have one more attack, but let's do this first.
It's a 13. It's not gonna hit. Doesn't matter. I'm just flinging knives. I got tons of knives. I can do this all day.
Not only can you do it all day, it's enough of a distraction that Manimal does not get hit by this tail. I love it. The final thing will be its bite. I think in this case, it's going to go after Aster.
Then as a reaction, I'm going to attack it.
All right. Go ahead.
Would my sentinel hit first or second?
I've forgotten the rule on this. The sentinel, if it hits, is only going to stop its movement. It doesn't stop the attack, right?
Right. Unless it gets stunned. But I'm going to stunning strike. So if it gets stunned, maybe it doesn't hit at all. So I don't know. It's just a matter of, does sentinel happen like
I don't remember the rule, and so here's what I'm going to say. I let Aster do their attack and damage if there was damage in the middle of this, so I'm going to let you do the attack and damage in the middle of this. So before, as the muzzle is coming down to try to bite Aster, go ahead and do your attack.
17.
17 does not. I think in this case, you think this third attack is actually coming to you, and then when you misjudge it just enough because it's actually going over you to Aster. The muzzle is going to come down. It does a 22 hit.
Yes. Just a little shock. I was like, anything to mitigate this, please?
Can I use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs?
Yes, you can. It will roll it again. Who gets the advantage while I re-roll this attack?
Aster will get the advantage.
So the good news is you have advantage on your next D20 roll. The bad news is I rolled higher, so it's still going to hit. Hey, listen, that's why Silvery Barbs is good. Is you still get something out of it. Okay. Did you have any mitigation, Aster?
I do not.
Okay. You're going to take 13 piercing damage. And then the teeth, as they sink in, they almost vibrate. You're going to take 18 force damage. And that is the end of its turn. As it pulls back, you see that that anger and desperation is starting to get really strong. Chance, it is your turn.
Chance, in all of this mess of things happening, it's like a calm in the storm, and just is going to look at Henna, who's pulling away and almost there, and Chance is just going to say, you can do this. You're almost there. And Chance is going to walk up just as calmly as possible and lay a hand on Henna and use an action to cast Cleansing Touch.
Ooh, what does that do?
It ends a spell on a creature. And Chance, knowing how cards work, I feel like maybe there's some justification in knowing how to channel and find the spell of a card to at least assist.
I love it. Does it end any spell effect or up to a certain level?
It says you can use your action to end one spell on yourself or one reeling creature that you touch. That's it.
I love
That's
it.
all.
Chance, I want you to roll with advantage either a persuasion check or a nature check.
Yeah, I'll do persuasion. Come on. A natural 20 for a 25.
Yes.
Where do you touch the Moonstone Dragon?
Right on its heart, as close as I can reach to the heart. Now Chance is pretty big, so maybe can reach.
Not only you're pretty big, but as it's trying to help to push away from the Void Dragon, it's like braced itself on the ground, and so it's almost pushing up, and so its chest is close enough to the ground that you can approach and just gently touch it. And as you let loose this is part of your paladin, or is this a spell?
Mm-hmm. This is my paladin.
You reach into that part of you that you've been trained by the Solar Bastion, and not only are you 100% sure that the spell you're trying to end is from a card, you can almost feel the deck is right there. It's right there as your cleansing touch washes over the Moonstone Dragon, and your words inspire it. It grits its teeth and nods at you, and both of its legs come up and it shoves. And as it shoves, it slashes at this Void Dragon, which the two finally separate, and there's a dull thud, like the bass has dropped in a music concert. You feel it in your chest as there's this concussive blast. It doesn't hurt, but it reels everybody. The void dragon stumbles, and you hear it's speaking in Draconic, but you all understand it, and you all kind of intrinsically feel like this is a language that is not from anywhere on the material plane or on any plane. This is the far realms speaking as it goes, no, I wish. I
attack.
Counter spell.
I don't know. Chance wouldn't allow it.
You already didn't allow it. As you all reel as it's, I wish.
Trying it, yeah.
You watch as it wavers and collapses. And there is a moment in where you watch the body settle onto this bone dust. And then it almost basically turns to dust, turns to ash, turns to a particulate that scatters into the air and into the wind, leaving behind a deck on the ground of cards.
I've searched for the power to grant me the wish I've wanted for so long, only to learn that I have the power inside me all along.
Everybody has something deep within them, a wish that's wishing to break free. Just close your eyes and start to believe everything's a possibility.